Hi. This is an introduction video, and I'm gonna talk about My Water to the World. My Water to the World is an interactive story that I will tell where I got inspired from. But the reason I made this interactive story is because I can see of the lack of information or uh, interactive story out there about queer in the Middle East. And I also want to show what's really happening outside, and I got this opportunity to do it, so that's why I chose to do it. And I also, so that's why the Mawada world actually exists, is because of I want to make some voice out there. And also, for the queer community, and I see it's also lack of that, and I want to make something that as many people who want to read and get to learn the information, then they can find it. So that's how it exists. And also this project is actually challenging me a lot. To write something that means a lot and also a little bit based out of a little bit real story. And you have to do like the time and put them together, pretty hard. And that's why, and sometimes kind of have a story that I put it out there and then I have to delete it because I wasn't sure that it's okay. And I'm also feeling uncomfortable. And when you're not there, you're not in the real world, and you try to write something to make it real, it's really hard. So there's a moment I have been stuck. So it's have been challenging, but I'm happy that I made this project and I'm done with it. And I'm learning so much out of it too. Like, you have to have using your time to feel it, and then your writing is actually out there. And watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of articles just to make sure you can get inspired from to make how it is. But yeah, so I'm gonna do the introduction about how the inspiration actually came from. Stay tuned. So this is an interactive story that based about that Syrian refugee Noor and her husband was texting through her WhatsApp. So I actually saw this on YouTube and I got so much like the inspiration from them. But and because I'm was thinking like, okay, I want to write something that is actually happening outside of this country, and but we don't see that a lot on the news. And sometimes, since I have the chance to write something, make something to interactive story, then I actually want to share what is actually going on outside, but I'm making a fiction story out of it, of course. And yeah, but to combine and make it more personal, so I did some research, and yeah, and it was kind of hard to find information about queer in the Middle East. So it was a bit challenging, and then maybe I'm one of the few or the first. I don't know. As you can see here, this is like if I would be like a nice drawer, I would actually like my dream to do this, but I couldn't. So the best shot is like just have a simple design, which is like almost same color, like pink and white, and that's to make the user just feel the love, the passion. And the reason why Mawada to the world is actually based on queer story is because I trying to combine that something doesn't talks a lot. Um, so I actually like trying to Google it up on itch.io, and I couldn't find any like queer cyberpunk, but yeah, trans queer space lovers in the space. Okay, space. Okay, so but there's no Middle East and queer for the New Year. Okay, cute. So it's kind of really a bit hard to find it. And that's like what Mawada to the World is actually like based and motivated and got born because of that. So, yeah. But the reason why I put warning is over 18 is because it's about shooting. And so maybe like 16 years old, but for now keep 18 for sure. And maybe I will change my mind later. But when involving pretty a lot of violence, I will keep it like that. And then as you go like start, for example, and there will be like a text, oh, you were born in time when only two countries allow you to get married. So but like the meaning behind is like you have two countries, and during that time in the year 2004 it just was legal. And when the phrase is October 3rd from Mean Girls has already been released, so which means like these girls are actually born after October in 2004. And then We Fell in Love in October has not yet come out. Because it's true, it's a red girl, so it's a famous artist, a Norwegian artist for queer, and she hasn't come out yet. So yeah, so it's kind of way like hinting that we will go to future. And so now it's like, as you can see here, it's like I will show you the digital backbone soon, and this is like showing how actually like two-way Fatima Nesrin. So yeah, so that's my way. Instead of I putting Fatima or Nesrin, because it's too easy for them to choose, and it's kind of like a character will get a little bit boring if you're gonna like putting everything out of the game. Uh, for example, then you kind of like know how to lose and how to win. So with in case with this interactive design, no, I'm sorry, interactive fiction, it's like I'm trying to make a character describing more. So it's like you're sharing something and you want to share a lot of information, but you have a little time to make it. So which means like the same here. I'm trying to describe as much as I can. So you get more picture of Fatima, for example, or Nesrin more than just saying this is Fatima and this is Nesrin. So that's my way. And I don't even call like Gaza or Beirut. And the reason behind it is because I also want to make them to see how to connect the dots. So it's like a puzzle for them to find out. And how to find out is like you see, this is like a sign the year is 2023 and life has been living in hell since October 7. So it's like it's hinting already where you actually are. Or of course if there are some people who don't get at the news or know the information, they can still learn it. That's the point of my goal. It's like giving a voice out. So for people who want to read it or have this interactive fiction like story about queer, and they will also find more about this scene to learn more. So it's like my knowledge, your knowledge. And so of course, so it's like sneak in an abandoned house just to be together and dream of a better life. So this is like a queer behind it. Yeah. So yeah. Come to the behind scene of Mawada to the World. As you can see here, this is like the backbone. And as you see, this is like passages. I have like literally 73 passages. And as you can see, like this arrow, like each arrow is actually like pointing forward to the next passage, next story. And this one is like the last one is actually going right back to the start. And the reason why, you can see actually two of them, two right back. And the reason is I actually want them to know that it will be two characters in the story, that they can choose to be two characters. And that's why to I also make like a clip hanging, if they were saying that correct, a clip hanging. So to get back there to the start, you will actually know to be the other character. so to know like what's the answer, but it's just a question, so make the user get a bit, oh, maybe I want to play that other character. But the point here is like I didn't put as Fatima or Nesrin. So you see, this is the last passage that have in common, and then you get split. But I never mentioned like the names, so you can't choose the name of the character. You just keep going, and then okay, if you're following this text, then you will be this person. And as you see, the more passage of the same line, it would mean that you can choose. So for example, here my box is calling green, red, blue, so the user have to choose one of them. So yeah, this is have been actually lovely and challenging. I gotta say that it's a true story. Sometimes when I try to change something here, and I forgot the tag, so sometimes I just make a new one, and suddenly I just get a new box. And this is like Twine. When you're making a lot of boxes, you get a little bit annoyed, and sometimes you cannot do even like doing Control Z if you're losing the box. So yeah, it's a bit sad story. But as you can see here, so this is like another digital backbone. And you can see I just put it in like text color. And then this is text. It's a little bit weird to move, for example, my text like down a bit. And then you kind of see like, yeah, like this. So it doesn't make a lot of change, but it does it sometimes. And this is like the link to the next, and this is my background. So yeah, and I also can go here and fix my thing here, and then to pick, yeah, for example, if I'm gonna pick, like, I'm not gonna do it now, but like the background color, then I get to do linear gradient, and then you can choose the color from there, and that's how I got my background. But at first I actually did have wood green. And the reason behind it is because I actually want to make my my user to focus more, and that's what's the reason why behind. But then I change it because I want to make sure, okay, you know what, I got actually inspired from Bury My Love, and they have cute color, and actually like pink, it's more for love feelings, romantic, and a bit like white for natural, innocent. So that's why it's combining together, and that's why I got the colors. I changed it to this color instead. But yeah.